a lot of people were questioning me because I was off for, a year and a half. They thought I wasn't coming back, the loss of Spence, and it was like a dull performance. But I knew that it was because I wasn't there mentally. And I know if I'm there mentally and physically that I know no one could beat me, because I proved that before. Many times, even when people thought I wasn't going to win, I knew that Danny Garcia, who believes in himself 100%, no one could beat him no matter who doubts him. And I know that's the guy I am now. I had to go through all that mental stuff to find myself and re-energize myself, and I'm back.
If you have questions for the two-division champion, Danny Swift Garcia, we have, make sure to go ahead and grab the microphone. If you have questions, by all means. Questions from the media for the two-division world champion now campaigning here, 154, Danny Garcia.
Matt Breen from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Just 19 months and your ring walk, did you take a moment to say, wow, I'm back, this is really happening, and your daughter with you walking in there? Just what was that moment like?
That was a good article you wrote too, in Philly. A lot of people asked me if I was okay. But that was a great article. It felt great. It felt great to be back, to do what I love. I was a little nervous, I ain't gonna lie. I had my days where I felt like, I've been out the ring for a little bit, am I still gonna be the same? But I knew the way I was sparring and the way I was working out in the gym, that I was physically ready. I just had to be mentally ready. And it felt great just walking out that tunnel, seeing my pictures on the wall in the Barclays Center and all my fans cheering for me. So definitely motivating.
Jared Schwartz, the New York Post. Danny, it looked like he was taunting you at some points later in the fight, and even earlier in the fight. Was it almost hard to stay focused or look past all those antics from Benavidez?
Yeah, he was like, stop running, you little bitch. But I was like, it's all good, But I got him back in the 12th round, you see that, right? So what goes around comes around. I just saved the best for last.
Anybody else?
Saquon Jones with the Boxing Voice. Can you talk about the sort of anxiety you might have felt when you heard 114? I don't think I've heard anything like that since Mayweather and Canelo. Can you speak to that? And can you speak to, Harrison kind of calling you out?
Yeah. First, I was like, why they taking long with the scorecards? Anytime they take long with the scorecards, I know something's wrong. I'm like, I'm asking my dad, I'm like, why they taking so long with the scorecards? I've been doing this for a while, so I'm like, all right, something ain't right. One of these cards is shady. Yeah. I felt like he won 3 or 4 in the most.
One, man.
Yeah, probably.
Round 9,
I give
that's
him a couple of rounds, I felt like I let him win, but other than that, I felt like I dominated the fight. I felt like the 117 card was the best card. But yeah, I was like, damn, ain't this my hometown kind of in Brooklyn? And as far as Harrison, like I said, I'll fight anybody, but it just gotta make sense for me at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want big, I'm not saying he's not a big name, because he was a champion, and he's proven himself against, but like I said, I want to fight Keith Thurman again. I think that'll be big. And even Lara, because he has a WBA middleweight belt, he said he'll fight me at catchweight. So those fights interest me.
Danny, congratulations, Valerio Rubino with Sport. You also said that during this long break, you gave yourself time to miss this sport. What did you miss the most about being on the ring, and what did it take to get back in the groove?
To be honest, the thing I missed the most about boxing was the smell of the gym. Like, a gym has like a weird smell, and when you walk in there, you're like, damn, I miss this shit. It stinks, but it smells good. So once I smelled that smell, I was like, I miss boxing. It's time for me to start coming hitting the bag and stuff. It's like gyms have a weird smell, and it's like a weird smell, but you love it. And I knew that's like, I was missing it once I walked in the gym. I think Cool Boy Steph was training one day, champ from Philly, and that's when I walked in, and he was training hard, and I seen him training hard. I was like, damn, do I want to do this again? Like, he was going hard. But I smelled the gym, changed my mind. Now I'm back.
Danny, right here, Hans Semerstow. Right.
Oh,
yeah, in the ring, it looked like he was significantly bigger than you, but at no point did you seem hurt or fazed by any of his punches. Were you a little bothered by his power or not really?
No, he was a little physical. Like, he did feel heavy. He looked like he was like 170 or something. I don't know, maybe. I checked my weight before I left the hotel. I was like 160, 159. I only gained like 5 pounds overnight. Guess I don't know what happened, but not enough rice and beans. But no, I didn't feel it. I felt good because I didn't have to drain myself. I'm not fighting 154 to get big. I'm fighting 154 because my body's comfortable and I'm able to take that extra strength and punishment if I had to.
Ramon Benavidez, Knockout Out of Sports TV. Congrats on the win. Did you know that when you would take the mic to discuss your victory that you would open up, you know, in front of everyone about your mental health struggles? And do you see yourself as someone who would be an advocate for those struggling with mental illness?
I was gonna say it, but I didn't know I was gonna break down. Like I just kept crying. I'm like, damn, I'm a little bitch. but that's what breaks people. Like when you don't talk about it. Because if you like as being an athlete, people tell you to be strong, don't be weak. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't feel good. Train harder, run harder. So people look at you already like you're strong. So you just keep it to yourself, and like 20 something years plus of keeping it to myself, it just kind of like bursted. And I just felt like I was tired mentally, and I knew that I needed a rest from the boxing. I knew boxing was triggering it, to be honest. It wasn't nothing else, because I only felt like that when I was fighting. But now I know how to get around it. I know how to turn the switch off. I know how to talk to somebody. I know how to go for a run or just occupy my mind and get past whatever's making me feel that way. Just stay strong until I get past that.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Antonio, AB Boxing News. Angel, seeing Danny's great performance tonight, what can you use towards this fight to take it to later down the line? Another fight.
He looked great tonight. He took shots. Benavidez never touched the body. I mean, he's not a skillful fighter, but he's a strong fighter, like Danny said. He couldn't hurt Danny. He hit Danny with some good shots. But at the end of the day, what I seen on Danny was, we need to get a little bigger, that's it. Like a little more muscle. Because Danny got the power, but, you know, with his first night, 54, and he looked great to me. And if Danny would have been great when he fought Spence, he would never beat Danny the night before Ray Catch, before he started suffering from anxiety and depression. Because that came through the COVID. That had nothing to do with it too. You know, not making excuses for the Spence fight, but I should have spoke up, but I didn't. Thought he would get over the hump, but he never did. But afterwards, we got over it. So when Danny fought Ray Catch that night, Spence wanted to beat Danny. Remember he had the car accident that we took 6 months till he recovered? So that night he will never beat Danny. But now we back. Now we're looking at the future. The future is Lara, Thurman, Chalo. If he vacate, we're going for one of them buckles. We here to win. We here to be champions at 154. We should have been champion with Cotto, but we could have got that fight when Cotto was retiring. And I turned it down because Puerto Rico was in darkness. So I should have did it. Then he would have been champion at 54. And then we could have fought Peterson. We fought him at a catchweight. We could have been the IBF champion too. He could have been unified. IBF, WBC, WBA, Ring Magazine champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking forward now. We passed all that. Now we're looking at a new era in Danny's life, a new chapter. It's at 154, we fight. Whoever won it, they can get it. Like Broner said, Mexicans can get it, Africans can get it, Puerto Ricans can get it. Anybody can get it.
My daughter wants to say something.
Hello guys. Hi. So I just wanted to say how I felt when my dad was fighting. So I felt a little nervous, but I knew he was gonna win. Bye-bye.
Danny, James Bell here at the Boxing Source. I wanted to talk about, your relationship with your father. You talk about, dealing with anxiety. Like kind of like going in between rounds, going to your corner with your father, because I know it's one thing, like you said, being in the gym where it's hot and grimy and everything like that, but it's different when the lights are on and it's the fight and you have like a whole different atmosphere around you. So kind of like going to that, being there over in your corner with your father.
It's great. I love having him in my corner. I ain't gonna lie, I've been hearing his voice for so long that sometimes I don't hear it. You know, you hear the same voice over and over.
Yeah.
So sometimes he's like, I think it's in the 10th round, when he got up, he was like, you listening? He slapped me on my rib. I was like, damn! He knocked the air out my stomach, right? Yeah, he hit me in my stomach. Like,
I'm like, oh shit.
he was like, you listening? Boom! Hit me right on my head. I said, hardest body shot I got hit with. I was like, damn! I told him, I was like, why you hit me so damn hard? But, yeah, I mean, so he catches my attention somehow, some way. But, yeah, he's always in my ear all day, every day. So, it was great. Enjoying the moment.
Last question.
Hi, Danny. Chris Cornell, 15 Rounds Boxing. The 154 era for you, in terms of your camp and the training for that, does it feel different, better in some areas, maybe a little worse to prepare for, or just different overall? You know, for the weight change.
No, I felt great. I felt so good that it felt like I wasn't training hard because I wasn't losing weight. Sometimes, like, you got that mental thing. It's like when you're not losing weight, and you're not on a diet. It's like you're not working hard, you're not sacrificing. So that I thought about that when I was doing it, because my weight was coming down so fast, and I wasn't on a diet or nothing. So I'm like, am I working hard? Because I'm used to starving myself. So that's one of the main things that like was different about the camp. And then sparring bigger guys and stuff, when I get out the ring and check my weight, I'll be like 160. But I'll feel way bigger and stronger, and that's how I knew that I was ready for this weight class.
All right, congratulations to Danny Swift Garcia here at 154 from Philadelphia Zone. Congratulations to Danny, his father Angel. And again, what a night here at Barclays Center, as once again in his ninth appearance here at Barclays Center, Danny Garcia puts on a show. The Danny Garcia Show, back in town in boxing. Great to have Danny back, and congratulations to Danny. By his father, Jose C. See if you have any opening comments in regards to your fight here tonight against Danny Garcia.
How's it going, everybody? I did my best. I thought I had won the fight, but it's okay, you know. A loss just makes you stronger, makes you better. Go back and fix what we didn't do right, I guess. But I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with my father, my daughters, my team. It was a great experience. Fighting the best of best, Danny Garcia. You know, on Showtime. Can ask for more.
If you have questions from the media, by all means, raise your hand and wait for our fine staff to be able to come and give you the microphone. Keith, it's all you.
Keith Heidig from BoxingScene.com. Jose, did he move a lot more than you expected him to move, and how tough was it for you to deal with that?
Yeah, he did. He moved a lot more. I thought he was going to sit there and bang me, because that's what I've seen in previous fights. But he fought the fight he had to fight, I guess. Take nothing from him. But I didn't feel like he hurt me with any punches at all. I was blocking mostly all of them. I was hurting his body. I was landing a lot of jabs. I was landing a lot of short right uppercuts, counters. I honestly thought that I did enough to win that fight. But again, I mean, the judges saw it different, and we just have to keep working hard. It was a great experience.
Saquon Jones with the Boxing Voice.
Yeah.
You look massive in there compared to Danny. You didn't like weigh on him or anything like that? Any reason why you didn't use the jab until the later part of the fight?
I used the jab just at the beginning of the fight. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
I always use the jab, you know. The thing is, I felt like I was hurting Danny. I hurt him with a few body shots, but I can't get too careless either, you know. Just because he's a smaller guy doesn't mean that he doesn't have a knockout power punch, you know. So the thing was, when I was trying to fight him and so when I go inside, I knew he was going to throw that right hand, but he'd have more of the advantage since my arms are longer, his are shorter inside. So that's what I was trying to, you know, trying to avoid. But I mean, I felt like I did enough, you know. I was hitting him with jabs. He wasn't getting, every jab I was throwing, I was landing. I was throwing my hands out. There was a point in the 11th round, I was just playing with him. He kept running. I caught him to the body. I was ripping his body. But hey, like I said, we can run it back. I feel like now I showed everyone. My last fight from this, my previous fight I wasn't happy with that fight at all. I felt like I didn't do good at all. You know, I looked bad, and a lot of people were down on me. But now with this fight, I feel like, you know, I lost, but I'm still in my mind, in my head, you know, I know I did enough to take the victory, and I know that I looked way better than last time. So I'm happy with that. You know, And I'm just happy to be here with my family and my daughter. You know, my daughter's in our world, and I'm gonna just keep working, train hard. It's not the end of Jose Benavidez.
James Bell of the Boxing Source here. You know, seeing that Danny Garcia was coming up from 147 pounds, did you really think like any of his shots really affected you over the course of the fight?
Not at all. I mean, we're both coming up from 147. I'm just the bigger guy. And I spar my brother. He fights at 168. David Benavidez, no one wants to fight at 168. That motherfucker gets hard. So if I could take his punch, there's no way in hell 147 can do what a pound of 154 can do anything to me. And honestly, like I said, I didn't feel his punches at all. As you can see, he landed a few, hard punches. They didn't do shit to me. So I mean, but I take nothing from him. I want to thank him because they gave me the opportunity to fight him. I've been wanting to fight Danny for a long time, and he could have fought anyone else. He could have chose anyone else, but he chose to fight me. And I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that, and I feel like I showed that I belong here.
Jose, Chris Cornell, 15rounds.com. Obviously, the leg injury was a question coming into the fight, in the weeks coming into it. How did it feel tonight? Your footwork didn't look too altered at all, so.
I felt, I forgot. Sometimes I forget now that I work on my legs, I forget that I even have a rod in my leg. I forget that I'm not able to, I'm not supposed to be walking. My leg felt 100, Like I said, I have my training, my new strength and conditioning, Kristinina, that was helped me a lot on that. And I just felt good, I felt great. The leg wasn't, Chris, can you come here? The leg wasn't a problem at all. So, like I said, I'm happy, I'm happy. I feel strong. 154, I feel fucking strong. And I know Danny felt those punches, but yeah, this is my strength and conditioning, my new trainer. He's been working with me, and he's done a lot of different things with my legs that it feels like I'm back to normal. So this is a guy right here.
That boy Chris. KOR to Sports. So throughout the fight, as Danny was moving around, did you feel or did you attempt to try to cut him off a little bit more, box him in a little bit?
I did, but like I said, I mean, he was running and he kept moving. I was being a little cautious because, like I said, I don't want to fucking get caught, What happened with Crawford, me and Crawford last time, I was doing good and then I get careless and I got caught. So, I mean, I wasn't trying to make that happen again, but I felt like I didn't get tired at all whatsoever. I had a great fucking camp, I had a great camp, I didn't get tired at all. He was gassing out, but it was just a point of him, trying to fight. He was just running and moving. I wanted to sit there and bang, but I mean, it is what it is.
Hans Temestel, my question is for Jose Sr. Do you share the same sentiments as your son, meaning that you believe that he beat Danny tonight?
Okay, you see my face, man. First of all, I'm super happy, super proud of him. But I want to thank God, for he didn't get injured. But my opinion, I think, we came to Danny's house. We had to knock him out in order to win this fight. I knew that from the beginning. But everybody around the world knows that Junior did really good. Everybody has a different opinion. It was a pretty close fight, in my opinion. Nothing to take away from the best 147. Danny Garcia, two-time world champion. He fought everybody. We fought a monster, man. But I'm super proud of what Junior did. Like I said, there was no way he was going to win. Somebody had it at 114, I mean, we're in his house, but like I said, I feel that the cards were more closer than that. Like I said, Junior came to fight. I wanted to give all my people, all the Hispanics, everybody that paid for Showtime, because you still got to pay for it, We came to give them a good fight. We're fucking warriors. We come and fight. Team Benavidez comes and fight, He was just running around. He just wanted to win the fight. It takes two to tango. So I think we could have given the fans a better fight, and that didn't happen with Danny Garcia. I have a lot of respect for him. He just did this fight only to win. He was moving around. Junior was inviting him to come and fight. We're warriors. We left our heart in the ring, but he did not want to engage. So I'm proud of what he did. My respect to them. They got the win. I'm super happy, man. To be honest, I'm super proud of what he did, and I think he did very well.
Just my last question. Is there anybody else in particular you want your son to fight
Well,
next?
before this fight, we were gonna fight Lara. You know, they gave me to choose Lara or Danny Garcia. I thought, in my opinion, Lara was for a world title. I wanted to take that fight, but Junior wasn't ready. He was doing a movie coming out pretty soon for everybody. Stay tuned. You know, he's coming up in a movie. I can't say the name because it's coming out. But I'm super proud of that too. So that's why we decided to go with Danny Garcia. But now I think we should take that fight with Lara. He looked spectacular. Another great champion. And that's what we want to give you guys, good fights. Hopefully they can come and fight and give the fans what they want, you know?
So you'd be willing to move
to go
up?
to 160, no problem. We can fight at 154, 160. He's super tall for that weight, you know. At the end of the day, we're the B side. So we'll fight anybody to prove what we have, you know.
Well, let's give a round of applause for Jose Benavidez Jr. fought gallantly tonight against Danny Garcia. Looking forward to seeing Jose Jr. back inside the ring sooner rather than later. And also, very much thanks to his father as well, Jose Benavidez Sr. and his brother, David Benavidez. Round of applause for the Benavidez family, ladies and gentlemen. Jose Benavidez Jr. fought very hard, as he always does, as he fights the world's best and never turns down any adversary whatsoever.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.